Hey guys, SeanB and today we're back with our monthly ToA Hell Guide video. I know this one is a little bit late compared to the time when ToA reset because I've been taking a more casual approach with ToA Hell. It took me like 4 days to, complete the stuff and make this video for you because ToA Hell is kind of frustrating to do, honestly, and RTA is already frustrating enough combined with rune power up, combined with just everything. Why are we playing this game? But anyway, the guy is aimed for you to achieve 20 star. Anything above 20 star to me is a complete waste of time. Yeah, a couple extra crystal, but a lot of frustration. Unless you can do it easily. You have the runes, you have the unit, then it's up to you. You want to do it one time, 30 star clear, all good. But I think for every single player out there, no matter you are late game or mid game or early game or whatever, I think 20 star is a logical aim to get the legendary, the LD, and the Devilmon. Throughout ToA Hell, I always try to use more obtainable unit, 4-star unit, but you have Nat 5, definitely make use of them because they are definitely better. There are some stages where a single Nat 5 can make it immensely better. And I don't think you need to do it if you don't have the Nat 5, honestly. So please listen to the mechanic. If you can replace it with a Nat 5, you don't want to build a Nat 4, you don't have it, then hey, feel free to do so. Let's recap quickly about runes. You need about 60-70 accuracy. You can get it via focus rune or artifact or a combination of that. And you need somewhere from 240 to 260 speed to outspeed the stage because you don't want them to take a turn. They take a turn, you might die. If you run speed leader like Tyrone, then you can reduce the speed requirement by a little bit. But if you can try to be in the 240 to 60 speed range, I have my unit around 50 accuracy and some accuracy in the artifact, and you're good to go. The homunculus build for this is the single target skill for skill 1, the death break in skill 2. Sometimes it is actually the only death break you ever get, and the unbalanced field for skill 3, which reduce enemy cooldown. Increase enemy cooldown, reduce your own team cooldown. So it's a very strong or pretty much the best build for 90% of ToA Hell, and I will say why the 10% later. But the first day is actually quite simple. You don't really have to do much besides controlling with your Tyrone, your Varad, your Nat 5, whatever, and you do damage to them one by one, or you put continuous damage, whichever way you want to do it. So good, because the first one is usually the easiest one to get the 3-star clear. Now going to stage 2 is actually quite annoying because there's that revenge, and then the stage 1 of the stage 2 is actually the Matina Shiner. So whatever stripper you bring in, you're trying to strip them by touching them. The moment that happens, the Matina Shiner combo is going to completely murder the unit. So there's a way around this if you don't have a Tiana, which is the unit that can make this stage look very easy. So if you have Tiana, then congratulations, you just got yourself a free star pretty much, because Tiana completely ignore this condition like altogether. But if you don't have Tiana, you might want to change your homunculus to the strip stun skill. You can also use Clara, but Clara is not very good at stripping multiple buff. Personally, if you see that is too much work, then just get 2-star clear by taking away the revenge and just strip them and control them normally like any other stages and kill them one by one with your Spectra. Stage 3 is a bit more annoying with the passive, so I'm using Herney, which is a very strong unit for passive in general in ToA Hell. Actually one of the best units for ToA Hell. She provides attack by absorption, healing, and defense break, and oblivion and attack by reduction skill 3 as well. She allows you to destroy all these passive annoying units like the Water Frankenstein or the Water Ninja, and the defense break allow your team to do much more damage. I'm using double bird for the ultimate damage combo, but hey, you can just slowly CC them as well with whatever you want to use. For stage number 4, they're not immune to any CC, so you can stun and freeze them with Tyrone very easily and do damage to them with the double bird combo. Usually in the past, I'll be using Belladion for the death break and healing, but Herney can death break, healing, and also oblivion. And there's always a unit with passive in pretty much every single stage to make it annoying for you. There's a Nyx in stage 4, so oblivion, the Nyx will be very nice, and also the Josephine. But if you don't have that, hey, it's all good too. Trying to use a badass is gonna be a bit harder, but Herney just make it so much easier. The boss stage, nothing very crazy in particular. You can CC them and kill the boss with the double bird damage combo. Stage number 5 is actually quite annoying with the reflect damage, so stuff that touch the enemy will not be very good, and Tyrone will probably destroy himself in one turn immediately with skill 2. So I have to use the Jean for the provoke without touching the enemy. I'm using Vigor for the extra healing and the heal block, as well as the defense break, because I think you need the heal block in the boss stage. Wu Chi feels like a budget Ganny-ish with the attack power reduction and helpful cooldown reset. Not really reset, cooldown reduction for your teammates, but you must be very careful and not use his skill 2, or else it's gonna die like Tyrone as well. So skill 3, very useful skill, allow my team to have the CC all the time and damage up all the time. You can definitely use another healer, but the Vigor with the heal block was really important for the last stage, because there are 2 healers, Iris, staying there all the time. If you don't stun Iris, you're gonna heal the boss, and that's gonna be very annoying. But for the last stage, you control them and you kill the boss slowly with the damage from the bird. Stage number 6, we're back with using Hernie for the Oblivion, because there are so many passive for the enemy team, and this one is the one that's gonna get very RNG heavy because of the extra Violent proc chance for the enemy. So the Leo wasn't feeling too happy about it, and it Violent proc every single turn. So it was a very scary stage, but other than that, you can control them and you can kill them, no problem with the double bird and the Tyrone combo. It's either you get really unlucky and get destroyed, or this is not too hard, okay? Because you can still control them pretty easily. For stage 7, I combine the brutal power of Wu Chi and Hernie into a team. I know 2 Nat 4 units, you can run Nat 5 as well. You have Ganny and you have Hathor. You can control them pretty easily, but I'm using Nat 4 unit, and this is the first time I run them in my ToA Hell lineup, and they are so amazing, okay? They are like my kings and queen of the new ToA Hell rotation, or just not really new, it's just me. So I'm using Jean to replace Tyrone because reflected damage is really painful, and they are immune to inability effects, but you can still provoke them, and there are a lot of passive in the stage, so the Oblivion comes in handy. She can also heal the Wu Chi to shut them down and also improve my team cooldown. So once again, we're back with killing them with damage from Spectra and controlling with provoke and attack by reduction. And the boss stage, if you let the golem move once, it's gonna be very scary. Stage number 8, there's a silence condition, which means you need a turn 1 cleanser with the passive. So that's gonna be either Veramos or Tetra. I run Veramos because Veramos is fun nowadays, and I run him on the spare so that he can stun better for no particular reason, and we're good to go. He just needs to be faster than your team, around 250 speed. If you don't have good runes, a swift Veramos I think should do just fine to cleanse your team, and then you can control them and kill them one by one just fine. Like any other stages, they're not really immune to anything, so you can freeze them, reduce their attack bar. They gain some attack bar though, but it's not too crazy. Just control them and kill them one by one as you do in any other stages. That's just gonna be like, you know, ToA hard, pretty much. For the boss stage, Hernie really becomes super useful once again with Oblivion, because there are 2 Dark Dowsim, Poison Master. They increase attack buff of the boss by how many debuff they have, so that's really scary. So I think except for stage 2 with the Tiana, by now you should at least have 20 star potentially, or not. The stage 9 is actually quite difficult without a special trick. So I try to do it the normal way, like how I've done it before, and I hated it. So I went ahead and do it 1 star just to clear it and check what is going on with stage 10. And I hated stage 10. I saw the Fire Striker as well as the Achroma. I hate it so much. So I'm gonna admit it. I didn't do stage 10 because I hate it, and I don't want the extra 150 crystal. I sit down and try to do it with Tao of Arad to control them, and it was just really tiring. So I didn't do stage 10, okay? I'm content with 27 stars. Sorry to disappoint. Wait, how did you get 27 stars? I thought you clear stage 9 with 1 star. Yes, I have found a special trick on Reddit to do stage 9. I didn't really pay attention to it at first, but now I'm in love with it. It's kind of hard though. I didn't really get it immediately. It took a while to really get it. So the combo you'll be using will be Chloe, the Wind Chloe, Michelle, and Miyang, the Water Sky Dancer. They can all extend buff, so the Chloe buff will be on all the time. So the speed tuning will be Chloe move, and your extender move, either Michelle or Miyang. and then your damage dealer. So I use Zyros because in the last stage they know you're gonna do it. Pontos very smart about ToA Hell, but they're not very smart about some other stuff in the game. I don't know why, but the ToA Hell team, they know you're gonna do this trick, so they're gonna set up 2 units that can strip your Dark Homunculus, which are the light beast riders. So you need to bring in either a stun unit or a resetter unit. The best unit to use is gonna be Zyros because he can put dots, which is very good for the trash wave, and he can reset cooltime, which is very good for the boss stage. I've tried Rika, but Rika's skill 1 will proc and scrub the turn order. The Grim Reaper gain too many turns and get out invincibility. Some people use Daphnis, but it takes really long because you have to like kill people with skill 3 over and over and over and over again. It takes forever for Daphnis to clear because Daphnis can reset with skill 2 on the Beast Rider, so that's why people are using Daphnis. If you don't have Zyros, you need something that can stun in turn 1 and you can do it very slowly. But if you follow this turn order, it is pretty much impossible to lose. Chloe will only need to use her skill once. Never use Chloe's skill twice because you might need it in the next round and the cooldown is really long, you might not have it. So Chloe only had to use that skill once. And everything else has to be in the exact order, like how it's gonna happen. If anything goes wrong, it's gonna go wrong, okay? And you pray that you land your reset on the Beast Rider. If not, they're gonna strip your homunculus and it's over as well. This is quite a useful team, and I'm gonna use it from now on to clear stage 9 with 3-star. But if you don't want to do it 3-star, just do it 1-star and freeze them and destroy this dark boss with Shaman as usual. Just bring somebody that buff invincibility, buff Shaman, and clap the boss because the reflect damage hurts Shaman a lot. So that was ToA Hell for May 2021 or June 2021. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.